Hey, welcome to Classic Performance, and you might remember that we picked up this Casita camper trailer, 1998 Casita Liberty Deluxe, deluxe meaning it has a bathroom in it, stand-up bathroom and shower, and we picked it up from the original owner. They were elderly folks and pretty much had it parked in storage for 15 years. They kept thinking they were going to get back into camping at some point, but as they got older, that just didn't happen, so I was able to purchase it from them, but it needed a lot of love. So let me give you an update on what we've been doing and how to kind of bring back and do some restoration work on an old Casita camper, and I'll show you what kind of fails on them over time and how we corrected that and brought that those failures back. So first thing we did, of course, was give it a good scrub down, and just with a pump sprayer, right here with my pump sprayer, and a water and Clorox mix, just hose it down, get rid of all the mildew and everything else. Got the awning looking like $1 million. This awning came out absolutely perfect. It was all covered with mildew and not very attractive. I didn't know if it would really come back to life, but just a little bit of a Clorox and water and soap and some Blue Dawn did the trick. And the one thing that's most noticeable on the side, we got new wheels and tires on it. We had the white wagon wheels and some really old tires which were completely unsafe. They were probably 20 years old. Even though they had good tread, that does not mean that they are good. So anyway, new tires and wheels, got them as a combination from e-trailer online. They came shipped in 2 boxes. Tires were on the rims, ready to bolt on. Just had to get some a little bit longer lug nuts because the regular lug nuts for the steel wheels won't work with the aluminum. So we got that going right there. These Casita campers you see all the time, they're not very shiny because this gel coat will fade. We took a Rupus buffer right here, orbital buffer, and a pad, and I'll just kind of show you a couple of examples of different things. So each step is not complete, but what I did is put a little shine on the side of it here. Kind of hard to see, but maybe you can see right here where you've got shine where this has been buffed out. White doesn't shine a whole lot and is not very reflective, but once you buff the whole thing, it'll have a nice glimmer to it. It won't be that white chalky look anymore. Also, the inside of it needed a tremendous cleaning. There was some mildew and that sort of thing, and just general kind of dirty. The whole inside is carpeting, of course, and what I used was one of these little bistles right here. It's got a wand, and it sprays out with this trigger right here that starts and stops the spray. It sprays out and then it sucks up, and we went over the whole interior, and it didn't look too bad. And this is the carpet on the ceiling and everything, but when you look at what came out of here is just remarkable. The amount of dirt just on the surfaces of the ceiling and walls. So let's go in and take a look, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then also one of the biggest problems with any plastic, white plastic and plastic on a Casita, the white plastic, just because of UV light and age over time, and this is 25 years old, it turns yellow. So what I did to correct some of that was right here on the refrigerator access panel, I took this off right here, and it was all yellowed. I took it off, I sprayed it white, and put it back on. You look at the surround of the door right here. This is all yellowed. I'm going to tape this out, and I think I'm going to paint this black, because if you look at the window surround right here, this is black. So I think it would look good if the door matched the window in black, and we'll show you kind of what that looks like. I'll tape it out and paint it and come back to you. So let me show you on the inside. We've got things pretty nicely cleaned up, and the carpet on the ceiling, it's hard, and of course you can see it's yellowed around here. I'll tape this out and paint this cover surround white, but you can see the carpet on the ceiling absolutely came out beautiful. And while I had the air conditioning surround off for access, I took that down and painted it white. Here's a picture of kind of that process, and you can see how yellow it was. I taped out the control area right here, just so there's not really a way for me to be able to replicate or duplicate this information here. So I taped this out before I sprayed this unit white so I could see what the controls were. So unfortunately, this is still this color, but overall, the unit looks much better than that yellowed plastic. And then of course, you know, things like hooks, you know, they yellow. You can replace them or you can tape them out and paint them. So what I'm going to do is also, like these handles right here, they kind of look white, but they're really very yellow. And you can see the caps are still white, but these are yellow. I'll tape these out. I'll just spray them white. They'll look great. The sink in here, the only part of the sink that was white was just the top. The whole bottom of this was yellow. So I just, you know, put some paper around the walls and stuff, sprayed the plumbing and everything white. Might be on the back side, you could still see a little bit of the yellow and how it looked before. So when you walk in, you see this whole freestanding sink. So you want it to look nice, paint it white. And you might have already seen this too. I got this on Amazon and put down this this bit of flooring here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep working on the Casita, and then I'll come back once I make a little more progress, have some more things painted, the door surround, some of these towel bars right here, maybe do a little more buffing, and we'll give you an update in just a second. So I've got the door taped up with the wider green frog tape because it covers a large area, don't have to use any paper, and I taped it out in the area in which I felt was enough to cover any overspray, just by experience of using this Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover paint and primer. It says it also bonds to plastic and it's semi-gloss. And then on the white, I'm also using the same product, and it's also a semi-gloss white. So what I'm going to do is just got my can right here, and you can see I've been using it. And I used it on the step right here, which came out very nice, and you can see it has a nice satin look to it. Did some of the frame and the front hitch area and that sort of thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and just, you know, I like to just do several coats and just kind of a really light. It's a little windy out here. It's not easy to do in the wind, but I'm just going to do a very light coat up here, just to kind of get started. You know, it's better to do several light coats than one heavy coat. So I'll just get a little coverage here and then keep going. So let me kind of put this camera down and get busy, and I'll come back and show you the results of what I've got. All right, so here's the finished product. I took the tape off. Everything came out great. It's you know, it's still got a little bit of sheen to it, but you can see how that looks. And what I was talking about here is that I wanted this to match kind of this window over here. So you see it kind of does. And if you don't like this, you can always go back and paint it white. So we're back inside here in the kitchen. I got a little upgrade I want to do, and you might have seen this product before, but it's this peel and stick tile. I've never used this product before. I've seen it, and I think you just kind of cut off the jagged edge right here, and you just start sticking this stuff around. So I'm going to try to do a tile backsplash here on this kitchen surround. This is kind of old and dated looking, and there's just a lot of plastic to it, and there's really no pizzazz. So I'm going to start here and try to make my way around and do this wall here if I have enough product, and then leave this right here just kind of a traditional backsplash. So we're going to get started with some of this peel and stick tile, and I'll be right back with you. It could be a go, a no-go, could be great, or it could be disaster. We'll find out here in just a second. Well, you're not going to believe it. I'm done already. It took me just about 45 minutes and just being careful. And look at this. Peel and stick vinyl. It's a room decor, self-adhesive wall tiles. They're about 1 foot square, and that's how it goes, just like that. I got to do a little bit of caulking in the corner, but absolutely came out spectacular. This is one of these products that you know, it actually works like it's supposed to. So if you're interested in that, here it is, the room decor self-adhesive wall tiles. And you can get them on Amazon, just like I did. So what I'm going to do here is probably take a pause, because I'm trying to get this camper ready, because it's a holiday weekend coming up. We're going to the lake. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for today. It's getting kind of late. And I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to be on the road with the Casita, going on our first adventure and camping trip to kind of test things out. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, after many days of work, we are ready to hit the road. It's a great day to be in the Carolinas as we make our way to the freshwater coast. We've got the the Casita all hooked up here to the Chevy truck, and all lights are working. I like to travel with my lights on, so we make sure all of our lights are working, and we're just ready to go. So we're gonna hit the road, probably stop about 30 minutes into our trip just to kind of check this Casita trailer has not been on the road in 15 years other than a short trip here. So we want to make sure we don't have any wheel bearings getting hot, brakes dragging, or anything like that. So we're going to hit the road. We'll check back with you. So we're about 30 minutes into our trip, and I just want to stop and just kind of check things before we get going too long. And things I want to check are the really kind of feel the temperature of the tires. Some tires feel pretty good. The brakes, the drums are cool, the bearings are cool. I mean, so we're good to go. We just don't want to get an overheated brake that's maybe dragging a wheel bearing, or a tire that's running too hot. So we're going to keep motoring on, and we'll see you when we get to the freshwater coast and get set up. All right, so it's about the end of the day. We're here. We made it. We got a beautiful campsite on this beautiful St. Augustine grass, which you find in Georgia and South Carolina and probably other areas, North Carolina. And we've got our Casita settled in, got our 30 amp power here. We've got a private dock and a nice sea ray that we can take out this weekend too. So we are here and settled in, and gonna enjoy life a little bit, take a seat and get the grill going, make us some burgers. And we got Duke with us. Hey Duke, how you doing? So anyway, that's gonna do it for the first outing of the Casita. I'm gonna settle in for about 3 or 4 days and see how it goes. AC's running great, all systems are working, and that can change on something that's been parked for probably 15 years, but you know what, we'll deal with that when it gets here. Everything's great. So if you like classic cars, boats, trucks, airplanes, classic campers, subscribe to the channel. We love having you, and stay tuned because more adventures to come this summer.